What is going on? ABY Nation, Sean from ABY is back at it again, bringing you another video. This time I'm going to bring you a video on, as you can see from the title, thumbnail, whatever it's going to be, The Last of Us TV series on HBO Max. I just finished watching the last episode, episode 9, and it was a doozy. I can tell y'all that. As I can see it, I'm recording, in my little new space of area to do my streaming and stuff. I'm gonna give a review of the entire first season of The Last of Us. I'm gonna give a little play-by-play of the first episode, and then we'll continue on from there. To start this episode off, we had Anna, who was played by Ashley Johnson, an amazing actor. She voiced Ellie in the Last of Us video game. She does a good job with little screen time she has in this one. She's getting chased by this runner, one of the infected, to this house that she's supposed to meet Marlene with, but Marlene isn't exactly there. So Ellie has to improvise, hold herself up there, and it didn't work because the infected got inside, and she got bit, unfortunately. But as the struggle was going, Ellie was born, and I gotta say that is the most weirdest and scariest births to have. And it's interesting, but I would think it's the most weirdest and scariest thing to go through. And we get to see that maybe that's how Ellie was immune from the infection, because I'm pretty sure she got bit probably in the process of her getting birth. Maybe the umbilical cord got infected along with it, but not too infected that the way she didn't really turn. That's why she's immune from the cordyceps. Then a little later we get to see Marlene actually make it to the house with a couple more people, and we see that Anna is with Ellie. But she's also, holding a knife to her neck just in case she turned, because she don't want to harm the baby that just got birthed into this crazy world that we have. This scene with Anna and Marlene, it almost got me. I almost got teary eyed at this part, because Anna's talking about we've been through a lot together, so I need you to take Ellie to Boston to make sure she's looked after, and I need you to do what's need to be done. And Marlene getting choked up, saying that she can't do it, and because you can feel the history between Marlene and Anna, and uh, that got me for real, man. I couldn't. Marlene respects Anna's wishes, takes Ellie, pop off Anna as they go along, and then we begin our episode with Ellie and Joel, and I would say that whole moment before they go to the hospital was very good. Joel trying to connect with Ellie, but Ellie's still trying to cope what happened to her back in the last episode with talking David, yeah. Joel talking about, after, we get done with this, maybe I can teach you how to play guitar. And, he eventually does, as we are shown in, The Last of Us Part 2. Sheesh. But I'll get to that. But after that, they changed the location of where, we lead up to one specific scene that people really enjoy. I think before it was like a terminal, a train station terminal or something, whatever. But they led to like a little construction site building, and we see a giraffe. Magnificent creatures. It was weird. the giraffe, when Ellie was trying to feed the giraffe, his tongue was just it's just sticking out too wide or too long. I'm like, that's nasty. And a little bit before that, there was like one scene that was like, man, Billy Ramsey. She that 1 second she looked like Tom Holland for just 1 second. I'm gonna put a side by side. I hope I can find that picture of her and then Tom Holland together. Tell me they don't look alike, and if they do, I'm sorry, but you can't unseen what I saw, so I had to show it to you. we really found out, about Joel's scar of how he got it, and talk about God shot and missed, but it was actually him that shot and missed because he tried to um, tried to self delete himself. We can't say certain words on YouTube, so so he tells Ellie that after Sarah died, he thought of no reason of going on, but he hesitated, and it ricocheted off his head, and Ellie was like, I guess time heals all wounds, and he was like, nah, time wasn't the factor of it, and that was also a nice scene. I like that too. You see I think that's what Neil and the creator, the person that directed this show, also Craig Mazin. Throughout this whole thing, I was like each episode I was watching the inside of each episode, and they was talking about how love is like a big factor throughout this entire season, and you can see it within that moment there. Throughout this whole episode is about what love is, unconditional love. What would you go through to protect the people that you care about, and you see this throughout this entire episode. But you know, after that, nice heartwarming scene we get with Joel and Ellie. And Joel was like, what would be better? Like to hear some jokes. All right, I need some puns, and those puns were badly good. All right, they were badly good. But as they was telling as Ellie was telling Joel the jokes, I'm seeing a dude in the back. I'm like, yo, hey, 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 look, hey, behind you. like, like things are about to happen, and they got flashbanged, they got stunned. A little bit different from what we had in the game, but I'll get to that. I'll get to that little. It's not an issue, but I feel like that's something people have been talking about throughout this series. But after that, we find that Ellie and Joel was taken to the hospital they was trying to go to, and Joel meets Marlene. Marlene tells Joel that Ellie's getting prepped for surgery, and Joel was like, "What you mean by that? What are we doing?" like, this scene was actually pretty good. You can see what Joel and what Marlene is like going through at the same time, and Marlene notices what's going through with Joel. That she knows that Joel lost his own daughter, and now she feels like that he about to lose another daughter figure with Ellie. But it doesn't compare to what Marlene has to do with Ellie, even though she promised Anna to keep her safe. But props to uh, Marlee Danbridge. I hope I said her name right. Marlee Danbridge, she is amazing for what little we got from her throughout the series. I mean, it's about as much as we got screen time from Marlene from the game, but she is amazing at what she does. She was amazing in the game, and she's amazing in this. All right, the scene with Anna, and then this scene, it was nice. The props to her, man. She is good. She made me feel again. All right, damn it. She made me feel again. He tells Joel to vacate the premises. We got to do what needs to be done. And Joel was like, nah, I ain't going for that. So he murderlates the two soldiers that was trying to take him out. And oh my gosh, this scene afterwards, Joel goes on a killing spree, and it was just grotesque. But He did it. He is him. Joel him Miller. All right, listen. And I like how throughout that entire sequence, he was like switching guns, like how we do in the game too. Like he goes from I think he has like an AK-47 at first, and then what is it? I don't know. I don't know guns. Listen, you went from a different gun to a different gun to a pistol. All right, listen. And then oh my gosh. And then, this is where I was like, fuck. Like, so he reaches the surgery room where they are with Ellie and the doctors. And then the head doctor, he was like, you can't do this. I'm not gonna let you take her. In my mind, you know, for the Last of Us people that, you know, who play the game, I'm like, fuck, don't do this. But he does it anyway. He murderlates the head doctor, and I'm thinking like, well, there's season 2, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Joel successfully takes Ellie away, and you know, at the parking garage, he meets Marlene again. You know, with no little effort of, you know, getting stopped by anybody, because he murderlated everybody that was in the hospital. And then, you know, we get a little scene with, you know, Joel and Marlene saying that, you know, you can't protect her your whole life. Sooner or later, you're gonna die, and then what happens afterwards? You know, what happens when she get, you know, tear apart by a pack of clickers, or get murderlated by, you know, some raiders? But, you know, there's little things that some stuff that Marlene didn't really say in this, but, you know, the R word, I'm not gonna say it, the R word that almost happened in the last episode with David. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. The people that, you know, who actually played the game, or people who haven't played the game but know what I'm talking about with the last episode. And there was one other scene back when she was talking about Marlene and Joe, telling that, you know, Ellie was being prepped for surgery. She used to talk about a cure, and in the game she says a vaccine. I would see more of it as a vaccine, the way she explained it, so that, you know, people. I can't really see it as a cure, because the way she said it is just, the way she explained it, it sounded like a vaccine and not a cure. You know, we see Joel, you know, driving a car. Then we hear Ellie in the background, and then Joel, you know, tells her what happened afterwards. That, you know, there was a lot of not infected. There was a lot of people that were immune, but, you know, it didn't work. So Joe was like, you know, I'm taking us home because there's no reason to be there. You know, he told a big fat lie, and I don't know. To me, the way Pedro Pascal gave this, yeah, that whole scene, I smelled BS. The way he was saying it is like, that's BS. I don't know what to tell you. And Ellie knows it too, but she don't want to believe it. I mean, maybe that's what they was going for. I don't know. Shit. Joel does take out Marlene, as per se during the game. You know, Marlene tried to please with him that, you know, just let me go. Nah, you would just come after her. Bam. Then we are treated again with our last scene with Joel and Ellie. They're on their way to back where Tommy is. Is this Jacksonville? Did they say this was Jacksonville? I'm not sure. I'm forgetting. But they find their way back to where Tommy is, and Ellie tells what really happened back in the QZ with Riley, and that, you know, she had to murderate Riley because she had turned, and she tells Joel that, you know, swear to me that whatever you said is really true. And Joel says, I swear. And then Ellie says, okay. So that's pretty much the end of the episode. This series as a whole was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think for a person who hasn't played the games, I think this is a good good way. How I say this? Okay, it's a good way. It's a nice way to introduce somebody to the series, and probably get somebody to actually play the game and experience it themselves. But as a fan who has played the game and watched the series afterwards, I still like it. I can't really say I've had any gripes with it. I mean, I think there was one episode I didn't really like, but I'll get to that. Now, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. It's this YouTuber that I know, Tyro Magnus. I watched all his reviews that he did so far. Well, not so far, but I just seen a notification that he just did on for episode 9. That he was, I think it was in, what was it? I think it was a couple episodes ago that he did, saying that there's not that many infected, and in my mind, I feel like I know why they didn't really put that much infected into this show, because in the game, infected were obstacles that you had to go through in the game. So there are game obstacles that you have to go through, and I feel like that's why they didn't really put that into this TV series, because they feel like there was no point in putting that much infected. I mean, that one episode, what was that? Episode 6 that we got, it was like a horde of them. And then we had a bloater. All right, listen, was that episode 6? No, that was 5. That was 5 that we had. I think we had enough infected then. All right, listen. But I feel like they wanted to show what humanity, what society had gone through over the years of the whole pandemic, with the infected, the excuse me, the infected, with Fedra, all that. I think they wanted to get the whole human aspect of what people were going through, what was their mindsets, what we were shown from episode 3 with Bill and Frank, and then the episode with David, and the cannibals in episode 8. They I think that's what Craig and Neil was really going through. What the deviations that they was going through with this whole TV series from the game. I think that's what they was going through. That's to me how I thought that the reason why there was not that much infected is that they wanted to show by showing people's true colors, and as they was like going through with the inside of each episode of what love does to a person, how people were after the whole pandemic went down, especially in the one episode with Hank and Sam, how people actually took over the QZ and got Fletcher out of here. It was I really think that's what they was trying to go for. Now, if I can rank each episode, I would say I really think the first episode, I think, is the best. I think the first episode is definitely the best out this entire season 1. I was about to say entire series, but we haven't got to that yet. There will I'm expecting a season 2, but like I said, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, season 1 was so good. I think from start to finish, first episode amazing. We got the thing at the beginning with the doctor saying that what if fungus got a chance to evolve and try to adapt, and it actually did. And we get the scene with Sarah, the beginning of that. I really like that actor that plays Sarah. She made us. For the people that haven't even played the game, they was led to believe that Sarah might be a leading role in this game. Like people haven't heard of The Last of Us and who has watched the show. I feel like that. I think that would be good. Like they probably would have thought that Sarah's probably the leading person into going into the show, But you know, nah, we thought that too when we played the game. But sheesh. I think the first episode is the best. I think I would say the episode I didn't really like was episode 2. I really didn't see anything going for episode 2. Um, the actor that played Tess, I don't know. That wasn't my Tess. I gotta say that isn't my Tess. But the person that actually played Tess in the video game, she passed away. I think last month. Um, I don't even think. Yeah, I don't even think she. Not from what I've seen. I don't think she had a role in this. Not that I know of. Um, I would have thought they would have had her like before she had passed away, but I don't know. Episode 3. How do I say this without getting canceled? Because if I don't say nothing, that shows it. But if I say what I want to say, then that shows it too. It was good.
Move this man!
Episode 3 was a lot different from what I was expecting. I remember Tyra Magnus again. I remember he did a video saying that, you know, before even the episode that came out, that episode 3 was going to be very controversial, and I believe it is. Episode 3 is very controversial. You know, we have Bill and Frank, partners in crime. They really deviated from the game. I really thought we was going to get like flashbacks here and there from Bill and Frank as, you know, with present day. But they totally said, you know, F that. We go dedicate a whole episode to Bill and Frank. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm with it. If I had to rank it, like give it a, no, 1 out of 10, I would say so far, first episode, I think that's a 10. I'm going to say right there. First episode, 10. Second episode, I'm going to have to give it a 4. Third episode, going to have to give it to 7 out of 5. 7 out of 5. That's good. That's a C. C plus. All right, listen. What episode 4? I'm going to have to get episode 4 probably gave it a 6. Probably give it a 6. But then episode 5, I'm really going to have to give it an 8. I really like episode 5. Episode 5 was pretty good. With Hank and Sam. And then, you know, we see, you know, Joel and Ellie, you know, four of them. They little connection together. Well, they really deviated from this episode. They had Sam being deaf, and they really wanted Sam to like really rely on Henry to, you know, navigate the world of the pandemic. I thought that was pretty good. A nice little deviation because we see that, you know, like I said, that, you know, Sam has to rely more on Henry to navigate throughout this world, and the Kathleen, the little the leader of that whole group that was that, you know, got that what is that? I don't know, that QZ that they overturned from the Fedra. No, it's crazy. The actor that played the voice actor that played Tommy in the game, he was working with Marlene, which is pretty cool. I caught that the last second. I think in that episode I caught it like, hey, I know that guy. That's Tommy. Yeah, that episode was pretty good. The ending was, oof, that was sad because we never saw them actually bury Henry and Sam. So that was pretty sad, heartfelt. It was good. I like it. Then going on to episode 6. Joel actually finally meets Tommy and then his wife Maria, and they kind of race swapped Maria, which is fine. That's no problems with that. That was crazy. Who they was going to race swap Joel with who was it? I forget his name. I'll probably put him up in the video, but they was going to race swap Joel, and I think that was going to be terrible. That was going to be, I don't know. Twitter was going to have a field day. All right, Twitter was going to have a field day. But that episode was pretty good. I'm probably gonna have to give this episode, episode 6. I'm probably gonna have to give that a 7. I'm gonna give that the 7. Yeah. The next episode we give with Riley and Ellie. That whole the whole thing was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think I have to give that. I think I have to give that episode an 8. That was pretty good. They really played it well. They kind of deviated from it a little bit, like from the game. Like they I think they took two parts at the end. The little Halloween costume shop and then the little DVD player store together. And you know, Ellie and Riley's relationship that we got from the episode was pretty good. It was like how Marlene and Anna's relationship, a strong bond between friends, but could have possibly led to more because, Ellie had feelings for Riley, and I think Riley saw it too, and she had feelings for Ellie, but she didn't want to really, like, what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to say? She didn't really try to show it with Ellie because she knew that she had to leave Boston to go with Marlene with the Fireflies. And then whoop de woo, as they was playing video games in the arcade, which was pretty cool. There was infected. It was like I'm gonna ruin somebody's day. I'm gonna ruin somebody's day. So that episode was good, and then we get to episode 8 with Ellie on her own, and we get to David, and lucky enough we get to see goddamn mother trucking Troy Baker as James. That was really crazy. I think I remember somebody saying that it would be crazy if Troy Baker had played David. I think that would have been a total one. Sorry, that would have been a total 180 if Troy Baker had played David. Man, I think that would have been crazy. But the actor that did play David, he did pretty good. Especially at the end, like he was creepy. But if I had to say, I don't know. I don't want to compare the video game with the show. So I think the show really stands alone on its own. Nolan North's take on David in the video game, I thought he was pretty good. But that the scene with Ellie and David in the log cabin as it was burning, Ellie had to fit for herself because Joel wasn't going to make it. Speaking of Joel, I was about to skip over a fantastic scene that they did justice. The whole interrogation scene with Joel and the two guys. Man, that was real good. That was real good. Man, that scene was crazy. They went from beat to beat with that one. Pedro Pascal, he did good. I think Pedro Pascal did good throughout this entire show. He felt like Joel, but he didn't really look the part. Maybe he had like more to his beard. I can see it, and maybe a little bit more bushy hair. I don't know. And then Bella Ramsey, again, she didn't really look like Ellie, but she really sounded like Ellie, which is really good. But she acted really well like Ellie, same as Pedro Pascal. They both did good. I really liked it. But yeah, episode 8, that was really good. The way she took out David, just like in the game, because I was expecting Joel to stop her, but she didn't. You know, she was really hacking the way out of David. So after that, she leaves, and then we get a scene with Joel and Ellie outside. Joel trying to comfort her, and he lets himself be vulnerable. He says for the first time in a long time, baby girl to Ellie, and whew, that almost got me too. I'll probably have to give that episode probably the 8.5, 8.5 for that episode. Then for the last episode, I'm going to give it. I'm probably going to give this last episode a 7. I feel like it was really fast paced. Um, Acting was good. I thought everybody did their part. Um, like I said before, I sensed bullshit with with Joel telling Ellie with that they had more immune people to the cordyceps. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered the whole entire thing of season 1. Um, I'm really looking forward to season 2, and I pray to God that they deviate from a certain thing that they shouldn't have done in the second game. For the people that know, y'all know, because I hope they do that, because it should have been done in the game. I'm gonna probably do a separate episode. I'll probably do a separate video on my thoughts of The Last of Us Part 2 video game and what they should have done. I can't really say I have high hopes for Season 2, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I only played The Last of Us Part 2 only once. I tried to play it a second time, but I couldn't. I The way the game... I don't know. I don't want to uh, make people not get the part 2 if they haven't played it already, especially if they got introduced to Last of Us for the first time by watching the show. They play the first game, and then they excited to play the second game, and then they be like, "Oh Lord!" I say we don't know much of when season 2 is going to be released. Probably, I don't know, probably 2025. Who knows? We'll see how good the show does. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the ratings did pretty good with this one. So they already confirmed that season 2 is gonna be coming. But okay. Spoilers ahead after this. All right, because I'm gonna talk about the Last of Us Part 2 and what I think season 2 should do. So spoilers. All right. Who haven't played the Last of Us Part 2? All right. Spoiler warning. All right. All right. They're gone now. Listen, I swear to God, if they kill Joel in season 2, I will be pissed. They need to deviate that immediately. Immediately. Like cause I really feel like, cause they really uh disadvertised what the Last of Us Part 2 game was going to be. Dana, Ellie's little girlfriend that we have in The Last of Us Part 2, they made it seem like she was the one that was going to die. And later in that trailer that we first got, it showed Joel helping out Ellie. But that wasn't the case. They cop blocked us. They blue balled us. All right. They had Joel die. He got a 9-iron to the face, like he was a goddamn Tiger Woods golf ball. All right. And the person that killed them, wait for it, it was Abby. And y'all wondering, who's Abby? I remember that doctor that Joel, mutilated? Yeah, that was her father. So she was on that. The whole Last of Us Part 2 was nothing but revenge. All right, first first game was all about love and what love does to a person. The journey, all that. Part 2, vendetta, vengeance, rage, nothing but revenge. It was just too much was going on in that second one. And they had you play 10 to 12 hours as Abby. Okay, I can't talk about that here, uh, but yeah, I really hope they do that with season 2. I hope they change that, man, because they know Neil Druckmann knows what he's doing. All right, he did so well with the first game, and then we get the second game, and then it was just dog booty trash. All right, I can't. I don't want to narc on the second part. It's just start of it pissed me off. The ending really pissed me off. That's it. That's it for this little TV review. Like I said, I'll talk more about what they should have done in The Last of Us Part 2 video game, because I have my thoughts on that. So if you enjoyed this TV review of The Last of Us, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this TV series. The TV series do justice to the game. Is the game better than this? Is the TV show better than this? Because I remember one guy, I'm forgetting his name, from Vine Wave. Is it Rick? I think it's Rick. Because he said that he didn't really like the game, but he was trying to see if the TV show is better. So, but yeah, like, comment, share this video, share our channel around with your friends, family, cat, dog, maybe my mouse. We do appreciate that. If you want to see, because I think I should have the files to me playing The Last of Us Part 1 on our old channel. I think I do. I'm not sure. But if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. If y'all want me to play Part 2, which I'm pretty sure you don't, you can leave that in the comments as well. But with that being said, here's the season 2 being better, and I will see y'all in the next one. Always be yourself.
Like, never change for no change, and never change yourself 100%. Change those bad things that you done did, or change those bad ways that you have, but never change yourself 100%. You need to be you to the day you die.